They can get you to do anything if they can convince you you chose it. People don't realize that lockdown was already being put on us because of the normalcy of being in the house. You watch TV, the computer, the Xbox, Netflix, or spend time on social media. So why complain about being stuck at home now? I don't know how many times I noticed that precious few people went outside for any length of time. Just to walk to their cars. You used to stay indoors because you felt you were choosing this. Now that you are told to stay indoors, you still do, but you might grumble about it. The difference is, it's not your choice anymore. Nobody got any sun because of course they told us that that was bad for us. As if. When I was a kid, we played outside. We learned to make our own games and used our imaginations. Now that's all done for children. Because they won't produce a cure for cancer, they can continue to blame cancer on the sun. But in fact, the cause of cancer is the negativity they create in the world. What do you think voting is? They're convincing you you chose it, that you have a say in the system. You don't. Why? Because as usual they're lying to us. So when the chosen party inevitably acts up, then those who didn't vote for them can point fingers at those who did, and blame them for voting for these crooks. People are so manipulated and they actually believe they have choice in this world. It's incredible to see them so snowed. What do you think social distancing is going to do for people? Make us get along better? We have to have our scrapes, arguments and disagreements with others so that we can ascend. Well, some do. Some prefer to look at their own issues about others and work them out before they get to the point they need to fight with someone to resolve it. Generally, many people are in the habit of ignoring their own inner thoughts enough that they would be attracted to a situation where they have to lose it in order to resolve their problem with another person. So we need to interact with each other. Social distancing doesn't allow for that. Do you see how they're trying to stop our ascension? Our ascension is their death. Bring it on. Thanks, Athena. There are levels of working at life. One basically unaware of one's feelings. Needs to be attracted to others in order to interact and discover how one feels about others and themselves. Resolves old dilemmas and removes energy blocks this way. Often uses projection and blaming, and has a victim mentality. 2. Does their inner work as an act of self-love. Avoids arguing with others and having disagreements because they're willing to understand how they feel about issues and resolve them internally before they become externalized problems. Can admit it when they're wrong or could stand to learn more. Doesn't see that as being shameful. 3. Uses their own thoughts to create a reality devoid of problems and issues. The only issue is to keep one's frequency high in vibration every day. This circumvents any problem with others. Others can say and do what they want, but you're not affected by their energy. This person is sovereign, an independent thinker. This person understands that their thinking differs from others and accepts that fact. They know they are different and they revere their difference. They feel more free than others do. This person is very aware of when someone is trying to control or manipulate them and doesn't allow it to change the way they respond. This person is responsible and in control of their life. As for the mask issue, people are wearing them because they believe they are doing the world a good turn. They believe they choose to do this. Yes, for as long as they're told to. So seriously, if you can't see you're being controlled, what will it take? You don't have any say in how long you're going to wear it or when you're going to wear it. And now they're threatening a second wave of COVID. Just like they predicted. Since when are viruses predictable? I still can't get over the fact that in such a supposedly rabid pandemic, that people are wearing masks that protect others and not themselves. Still can't get my head around that one. In a killer pandemic, you'd trust your life to others and negate any responsibility to yourself in this? Wow. Athena, Earthlings are a product of their conditioning, my love. Tell me, Athena, why would people expect others to keep them safe in such a virulent pandemic? Why? Athena, because they've been taught to listen to authority. That's the first thing your people need to unlearn. Me, but listening to authority has always kept the wheels greased. Athena, it has. But for whom? Me, true. They got us right to the point we're at where some people can't think for themselves. Unless someone tells them what to do, they can't make a decision. I used to see my friends struggle with that. She couldn't decide what to eat. Even a simple decision like feeding herself was too much for her to work out quickly. Athena, and this is it. This is what advertising is about, telling you what you need to do to make it easy for you to choose. It is brainwashing. Me, true. I can't believe the new things I've opened up to since I stopped watching TV. Athena, there are stressors involved as well. If they cannot find answers, many people will have anxiety. They cannot live with unresolved problems, and yes, the deep state takes advantage of this as well. Because you see now, there is much anxiety in your world over the COVID issues. The deep state continues to stoke up fear in the masses. All they have to do now is introduce a solution, and people will jump at it. Me, I hope Trump intervenes before the heinous Gates antiviral comes out. Athena, he will. Me, I wanted to put this message out to people to tell them that when you're born into a world that is not aligned with your life's purpose, then you are already born into a choiceless system. Every decision you make or that is made for you in your best interests, is one for the controllers, not you. Your life's purpose is to ascend, to align more with God with each successive life you live, and when you're not doing that, or the controllers of your planet actively try to stop you from doing this, every decision you make is not one you have made for yourself, unless you become conscious of your life's true purpose and work it by stepping away from the artificial control system. Ascension is happening now whether you do it consciously or not. But there is an opposing force, which as I understand it, is not usually the case. And this force knows you better than you know yourself. Athena, your only option is to align with soul or align with the controllers of this world, who, by the way, are being taken out of power. You can only delay the inevitable for so long. I am Athena. I loved your world once and now I have returned. Me, thank you Athena.